Hello, and once again, I'm back with one more episode of Gup Shup or Kuch Seekh. Gup Shup or Kuch Seekh is my way of saying thank you to my mentors and to all those people who have inspired me in my journey of life. Now, today's guest is somebody who is really special for me. Probably after my father, late Mr. Ajay Doshi, he's the one whom I follow, I listen, and like what different relation I share with this gentleman. He inspires me, he has mentored me, he has even pulled my ear and say, okay, this is not correct, you need to change. And he's somebody who's just like a father figure to me. And today, friends, I'm actually nervous because when you share the same screen with such a personality, obviously I'm going to be a little nervous. But then I want you and everybody, whoever views this episode, to know about this gentleman because he's just like a father figure to me. And he's none other than Mr. Arun Chitlangia. Sir, can I have you on the screen, please?
Sure, definitely. So here I am. और दीदी मेरा सबसे बड़ा रिस्पॉन्स है कि अब क्या रुलाओगी क्या?
No, sir. But whatever I said, it was completely dil se, sir. So friends,
I agree.
He is Mr. Arun Chitlangia, my mentor, somebody whom I look up to and somebody whom I have given rights to correct me whenever it is needed. Let me formally introduce you to Mr. Arun Chitlangia. Mr. Chitlangia is the CEO at Training Tree and the founder of Association of Trainers. His professional profile is out there for everyone to read and is very approachable individual. However, for me, he has been a library of all my issues, all my problems, and he's the one person whom I can approach when I need help and I need support. Any question or doubt I have, he answers with his usual wit and charm and with smile always. So today, let's find out who Arun Sir is. And I'm sure as much as he inspires me, he's going to inspire you all as well. So let's talk to Mr. Arun Chitlangia. So all set for today's rapid fire. As a matter of ritual, we start the talk show with a round of rapid fire. So the first question for you, sir, 5 things people don't know about you as an individual.
पहला ही एकदम बाउंसर क्या? The nature of question is such a 5 things if people don't know about me so far, that means it's difficult for me to explain, isn't it? तभी तो नहीं पता नहीं तो अब तक सबको मालूम होता था. But still, when you asked, it is forcing me to think about it. The first thing that comes to my mind is that lot many people may not be aware that I was extremely extreme, मतलब extreme का भी जो extreme हो सकता है, I was an extremely introvert person.
Oh.
I know in today's situation nobody would believe that.
Absolutely
but,
not, sir.
I remember in those days I was in my father's with my father in his business, ball bearing trading, and when I used to go to any purchase officer's office, and if I would stand outside his cabin, I would think for 2 to 3 minutes that should I knock or not? What if I knock and he's doing some work and gets disturbed and would scold me? What is going to happen? That level of introvert person I was, and of course things have changed over a period of time, but that's one point that I can say that yes, people don't know about this. Second thing about me, which probably people would not know, is very much connected to this introvert thought, is that at times I feel absolute lonely. So I mix up with people, talk to people, so nobody would probably believe, but yeah, there are times when you feel absolutely वो बोलते हैं ना जैसे समुद्र में चारों तरफ पानी है and still you feel that पीने को एक बूंद पानी नहीं.
I can understand.
That kind of thing happens sometimes. That's second. और 5 पूछ लिए, बहुत पूछ लिया, मैं कहाँ से लाऊं इतने सारे। अ, और एक जो चीज लोगों को शायद नहीं मालूम होगी, वो ये कि कॉलेज टाइम पे आई वाज लाइक, अभी आज शायद मेरी इमेज वो थोड़ा सा एक थॉट ऑफ सीरियस थॉट, आई मीन थॉट ओरिएंटेड पर्सन या ऐसा जो भी होगी, आई डोंट नो। लेकिन उस टाइम पे मैं बहुत मौज मस्ती बहुत ज्यादा किया करता था। So I was having my Honda motorcycle. In those days, it was like a imported rare thing
Wow,
to
I
have done,
can't imagine that, sir.
right? And I would put on my cap, and वो जो बोलते हैं ना हीरोगिरी दिखाते हुए मैं जिस तरह से मेरी मोटरसाइकिल यूज करता था और जिस तरह से रेस लगाता था एवरी ट्रैफिक सिग्नल पे, मेरी मोटरसाइकिल सबसे आगे होनी चाहिए। I think these were few things hardly people know about me.
I am sure. I mean, I'm just wanting to imagine, but I can't just relate. Sir riding a bike. Oh goodness, wow. So 4 things that are most dear to you.
Most dear to me. Mm, First of all, me myself, my time.
That's so needed, right? I mean, that's very important as well.
Yes. So it's my time, whether it is in my bathroom or where I go for a walk or any which way, but very, very dear to me that it is, it's my time and I want to have it in any case. So that's the first thing that would be very dear to me. Second thing, if you ask me what's very, very dear to me is my musical speaker system.
Hey, wow.
म्यूजिक का मुझे बहुत शौक है और आई ऑलवेज वांट ए गुड क्वालिटी सिस्टम। तो वो मुझे एकदम मतलब मस्त जैसा लगता है कि उसके बिना तो जिंदगी शायद अधूरी है ऐसा। बिकॉज एक तो म्यूजिक चाहिए और अच्छी क्वालिटी का म्यूजिक चाहिए।
Absolutely.
दैट्स पॉसिबल विद वेरी गुड स्पीकर सिस्टम, सो दैट्स अनदर थिंग। थर्ड थिंग, अभी जो हमारा रिसेंट एंट्रेंट है हमारे फैमिली में, दैट्स आवर पेट डॉग
Oh, yes. I
Ollie.
have been, the background presence is always felt.
Yes, yes, yes. So again, this also adds to something people don't know about me. I was a dog hater. डॉग
Oh,
से मैं हेट करता था और डरता था बहुत, चिढ़ता भी था, डरता, बात करते तो चिढ़ता था और ऐसा लगता मुझे काट सकते हैं, तो मैं डरता भी बहुत था। एंड वंस ओली अराइव्ड, एवरीथिंग चेंज्ड। नाउ इट्स लाइक, वो फियर तो बहुत दूर की बात हो गई। नाउ शी वुड सॉर्ट ऑफ sleep on the bed, she would do all kind of tantrums and I would accept everything she's doing.
no, I happened to
And
meet Ollie recently during the AOT meet as well. I mean,
yeah, so that's something which is like very dear to me. And of course my parents, because I feel very fortunate that they are here with me and उनका blessing मुझे हमेशा मिलता रहता है। My father is very, very positive person, so मुझे भी बहुत सारी positivity उनसे मिलती है। So I think very, very
amazing,
important.
amazing. So 3 things that we find on your bedside table.
Wow. So first of all, the remote control. तो मेरा म्यूजिक सिस्टम का रिमोट कंट्रोल, मेरा टीवी का रिमोट कंट्रोल एंड एसी का रिमोट कंट्रोल, ये चीज तो डेफिनेटली मिलेगी। सेकंड थिंग तो बहुत कॉमन है, सबकी होती है, शायद मेरा भी है, मोबाइल फोन रहेगा पास में,
Oh, absolutely.
राइट?
Yes, yes.
ये जरूर रहता है। एंड थर्ड थिंग विच मे नॉट बी दैट यूजुअल इज माय लैपटॉप, बिकॉज रात को सोते टाइम कब मेरे को धुन चढ़ेगी कि मुझे कुछ लिखना है, नोट करना है या कुछ पढ़ना है या कुछ करना है, and suddenly I need it at that point of time.
Oh,
That's
wonderful.
always there near me.
Lovely. And 2 things which you're most passionate about.
First, of course, is training, connecting with people, talking to them, my ability to make a difference in their life. तो जब कभी किसी के लिए कुछ करता हूँ और when they come back, तो इसीलिए मैंने कहा ना शुरुआत में ही रुलाओगी क्या? Because when I do something and उसका इफेक्ट होता है, इम्पैक्ट होता है, and the person comes back and tell me कि मुझे ये रिएक्शन है या ऐसा कुछ हुआ, और वहां से जब कुछ पॉजिटिविटी मिलती है तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है।
Amazing.
Yes,
And
that
so
effort has been so successful.
And one thing that you always wish to do, but you have not been able to do so far.
हाँ, वो याद मत दिलाओ। So one thing I want to do and अभी तक नहीं हुआ है is roaming around the world all alone, and मतलब बैगेज फ्री।
Oh wow.
बैगेज फ्री मतलब बहुत बहुत मिनिमम बैगेज के साथ में। और वो जो बोलते हैं ना, जो एकदम मस्त मौला जैसे लोग घूमते हैं, मतलब कोई चिंता नहीं है, बैकपैक
Backpacker की
लेके,
तरह,
बैकपैकिंग,
backpacker.
यस यस यस।
Absolutely lovely, lovely, absolutely wonderful idea, sir. I mean, amazing. That's in my bucket list as well. So, friends, many a times people have approached me and said कि अरुण सर को कैसे फोन करे, वो तो बहुत सीनियर है. But believe me, I know him really well because he's my mentor. He's very approachable. He's very simple, very grounded, and believe me, once you meet him in person, you will want to meet him multiple times. And one thing which he didn't said, but I would like to add during the rapid fire, is that he's a very family oriented person, and that makes a huge difference. Because when you are able to manage your work, that is your professional and your family life, and both beautifully, if you are able to manage, you ought to be somebody who's really wonderful by heart, by soul, and by work as well.
I would love to agree to this, but you ask my wife, you won't get that opinion. उल्टा पड़ेगा आपको।
No. I'm sure auntie will agree to it for sure. So now some serious questions. I know I have seen your photographs and you have dabbled in theater as well. Is that a passion or something you wanted to just try it out? As the way you had your bike journey, you know.
So to be very specific, it is not theater. It is like the movies and the serials. So you can say the camera medium.
Oh,
right?
Wow.
So initial to kuch accidentally hua. First of all, my son got a break into this line. So he worked for various serials like Mr. Mintu and various other serials. And uska ek album bhi bahut popular hua, that was Colonial Cousins with Mr. Hariharan. He played the childhood role of Mr. Hariharan.
Oh, yes, I have watched that. I have watched that video.
काली शेरवानी याद होगी लोगों को।
Correct.
तो उसका काफी सक्सेसफुल हुआ। उसके बाद में एक एज आती है जहाँ पे आपको रोल भी नहीं मिलते हैं, और हम लोग भी नहीं चाहते थे कि पढ़ाई में डिस्टर्ब हो, 9th 10th स्टैंडर्ड के आसपास। सो ही डिसकंटिन्यूड इन एक्टिंग, एंड देन आफ्टर 10th वी अगेन अप्रोच्ड आवर कोऑर्डिनेटर कि भाई फिर से हमको काम चिन्मय को कराना है। एट दैट टाइम ही रिफ्यूज कि मेरे को इंटरेस्ट नहीं है। एंड वी वर लाइक शॉक कि क्या मतलब, लोगों को एंट्री नहीं मिलती है, आपको एंट्री मिली है और बोलते हो नहीं चाहिए। तो मैंने कोऑर्डिनेटर को ऐसे कैजुअली कहा कि भाई मैम आप जरा इसको समझाओ ना, सुनता नहीं है हमारी, इतना अच्छा मौका है, करता नहीं है। तो शी लुक्ड एट मी एंड सेज कि उसको क्या समझाऊं, आप क्यों नहीं करते हो? मैंने कहा लाइक मी, सो हाउ कैन आई डू, आई डोंट हैव एनी नॉलेज, ये वो कुछ तो भी। तो बोली वो सब आपकी प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, वो मेरी प्रॉब्लम है। आप खाली इतना बोलो आपको करने का मन है कि नहीं करने का मन है। तो दिल को टटोला। तो मैंने कहा कि हाँ मन तो है कुछ करने का ऐसा, राइट? बिकॉज इन दोज डेज जब मैं अमिताभ बच्चन को देखता था, शशि कपूर को देखता था उनको फिल्म वगैरह में, तो थोड़ा उनके रोल से रेजोनेट करता था अपने आप को। तो मुझे लगा मैं भी कर सकता हूँ कुछ। तो मैंने कहा हाँ करने का मन तो है। सो शी सेड फिर ठीक है पोर्टफोलियो कराओ। अब उतना भी खर्चा कौन करे? तो चिन्मय का पोर्टफोलियो था, उसमें मैंने फोटोग्राफर को कहा भैया थोड़ी फोटो मेरी भी खींच देना। उसने 7 फोटोग्राफ्स मेरे भी लिए और वो हमने भेजना चालू किया। एंड देन रिस्पॉन्सेज स्टार्टेड कमिंग इन। पहले एक आया छोटा, फिर दूसरा बड़ा और बड़ा स्टार्टेड कमिंग इन, एंड आई स्टार्टेड एंजॉयिंग द टास्क। सो दैट इज हाउ द जर्नी टुक प्लेस।
Amazing, sir. And has it been a role fruitful one for you, or you still want to give a try? I mean, if you get an opportunity.
So very much fruitful because I enjoy being in front of camera as much as I enjoy conducting training. लेकिन दो बात थी कि करियर के हिसाब से देखो तो जो कॉन्फिडेंस मुझे ट्रेनिंग में था और है, वो कॉन्फिडेंस करियर एंगल से एक्टिंग में नहीं है, राइट? तो आई न्यू कि माय फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी एज पर माय पैशन एज वेल एज प्रोफेशन हैज टू बी ट्रेनिंग। एज ए हॉबी आई लाइक एक्टिंग, आई लाइक अ लॉट। एंड यस, उसमें मैं और भी ज्यादा बहुत कुछ करना चाहता हूँ, लेकिन 2 लिमिटेशन है। एक तो मुझे ये मालूम है कि बहुत जो कॉम्प्लेक्स इमोशनल रोल होते हैं, दैट इज नॉट माई कप ऑफ टी। आई वांट टू डू सिंपल रोल जहाँ की एक सिंपल प्रेजेंस हो वगैरह। बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड में मेरी जाने की इच्छा नहीं है, लेकिन कुछ करने की इच्छा जरूर है। तो यू कांट से कि कुछ बड़ा करने की इच्छा एक्टिंग में, नो, वो है ट्रेनिंग में, लेकिन यहाँ कुछ करने की इच्छा है, रेगुलर करता रहूं। लेकिन मेरी जो उसमें लिमिटेशन आती है वो ये है कि आई एम एट मुलुंड, मोस्ट ऑफ दीज एक्टिविटीज आर एट वर्सोवा, तो टाइम बहुत कंज्यूम होता है।
yes.
एंड माई डेफिनेट अगेन प्रेफरेंस कम्स टू ट्रेनिंग, सो आई वुड प्रेफर कि उतना टाइम मैं यदि ट्रेनिंग डिपार्टमेंट में लगाऊं तो ज्यादा अच्छा है। बट यस, यदि मुझे टाइम कम कंज्यूम करते हुए मौका यदि कहीं दिखेगा तो मैं डेफिनेटली उसको ग्रैब करूंगा। 100%.
Oh, lovely, lovely. Yeah, I look forward to see you on
Yeah.
screen, sir. Amazing. Sir, you often take instances from real life and we were learning around it. Is that your style, or that's something which you want, your learners or the people who follow you to understand in that simple way?
I really don't know. It just happened in a very subtle way, subconscious way में हुआ। तो जब ट्रेनिंग करते हैं तो हमें एग्जाम्पल देने ही होते हैं, तो नॉर्मल एग्जाम्पल्स भी दिए, और कहीं कुछ याद आ गया मेरी लाइफ से तो वो भी मैंने दिया। Again, subconsciously I notice that when I'm sharing something from my life, it is much more convincing to people. उस टाइम में मेरा ऑब्जेक्टिव ये नहीं था कि मैं अपनी लाइफ के एग्जाम्पल दूं या हिस्ट्री में से दूं या फिक्शन में से दूं, ये था कि भाई लोगों को कन्विंस होना चाहिए, उसके लिए क्या मैं स्टोरी, क्या एग्जाम्पल दे सकता हूँ, तो वो सोच के देते रहता था। लेकिन जब मुझे ये समझ में आया कि मेरी स्टोरी जब मैं सुनाता हूँ तो लोगों को कन्विंसमेंट ज्यादा होता है, तो ऑटोमेटिकली उसका रेशियो बढ़ने लग गया। दूसरी एक और बात थी कि आई फेल्ट कि इफ आई एम शेयरिंग समवन एल्सेस स्टोरी, व्हाट इज द ऑथेंटिसिटी?
Absolutely.
We know what we heard, right? Even you can see कि महात्मा गांधी को भी आज, पहले लोग इतना बोलते थे कि सब पॉजिटिव पॉजिटिव पॉजिटिव, राइट? अब कुछ लोग ऐसे हो गए बोलते हैं कि उनकी वजह से, नेहरू जी की वजह से हमें बहुत कुछ झेलना भी पड़ा। तो एक तो डिफरेंस ऑफ ओपिनियन हो सकता है, दूसरा ये हो सकता है कि उनकी ऑथेंटिसिटी हमें नहीं मालूम। लेकिन यदि मेरी लाइफ की मैं बात कर रहा हूँ तो उसकी ऑथेंटिसिटी मुझे 100% मालूम है। सो व्हाई नॉट टॉक अबाउट दैट? सो दीज वर द टू रीजन आई automatically increase the ratio of sharing about my life.
Lovely.
And it's working very well.
Lovely. So if one thing you would like to change about the training fraternity, what would that be?
Difficult question again.
But I'm sure you can answer because you have been somebody who's really senior in this field. So you have witnessed the earlier stage of training industry and you're witnessing the current scenario as well. So you'll be the right person to address this.
So one very important thing where I really want to look at change is in the approach towards training from the trainers fraternity. ये जो अभी इतना कमर्शियलाइजेशन या इतना मतलब कि मुझे मिल जाए और भले दूसरों का कुछ भी हो, वो जो सेल्फिशनेस कुछ कुछ जगह देखने मिलती है, मैं चाहता हूँ कि वो यहाँ से गायब हो जाए और हम लोग completely oriented हो जाए towards the task. What is our task? And I will also want to tell you the reason. Who can change someone's life? To my mind, it is God. Absolutely. And next to God, it is a teacher in any format. Teacher, trainer, coach, whatever name.
So true.
These are the people who can change someone's life. So you are almost next to God. That's one. Second is, whatever you do as a teacher, trainer, facilitator, or coach, there is a ripple effect. If there are 30 people in my session and whatever I share with these 30 people, and out of them, 10 of them goes out and shares to another 30 people, like that, what is the huge ripple effect that takes place, multiplies. So we have got a tremendous amount of responsibility. So my desire is this, that people get oriented towards the cause, that we are here to make change in someone's life, a positive change in someone's life. And पैसे की जहां तक बात आती है, believe me, it has happened in my life and I feel it will happen in everyone's life. Money just follows. अपने आप आता है. I have so many instances where people have paid me more than what we have agreed on, right? तो उसमें इतने मनी माइंडेड होने की जरूरत नहीं है. दिल खोल के अपना एक सिंगल माइंडेड काम करो कि भाई मुझे इम्पैक्ट करना है, मुझे पॉजिटिविटी लानी है in my society, in my country, and my training will bring that change, and then everything will fall in place. The money will come, fame will come, everything will come out, you know. तो ये भरोसा रख के सब लोग काम करें तो हमारी जो फ्रेटर्निटी है ऑलरेडी काफी अच्छी फ्रेटर्निटी है, इसमें और भी फाइननेस आ जाएगी. That's the dream.
I hope my trainer friends are listening to this, and it's a message for you, me, and everybody from Mr. Arun Chitlangia. And that's something which we all of us can follow and imbibe as well, because this is something which he believes. There are a lot of other senior people who have been saying this, and I'm sure that Sir has added amazing, his special touch to what he said, and that's something which I believe we can do it. So let's try to do this, and let us create such a strong bonding amidst all of us, among all of us, that trainers can be givers as well. That's something which we need to really understand. So as much as educators are educating, we trainers can also work on that front. Am I right, sir?
Absolutely, that is what is
Amazing.
I meant to say.
Amazing. Sir, if you got a podium that looks out onto the world, what advice would you give to all those who are listening us today?
Something that I write in my email as a closing: enjoy life. जिंदगी ना मिलेगी दोबारा, एक ही बार मिली है, इसको जितना एंजॉय कर सकते हो कर लो. रोने धोने से कुछ होने वाला नहीं है, डिफिकल्टी सबके लाइफ में आने वाली है, राइट? तो हर मोमेंट को इन द गिवन सिचुएशन जितना हो सके उतना यदि हम एंजॉय कर सकें, बेस्ट, नथिंग लाइक इट.
Super.
और उसके अंदर सब कुछ कवर हो जाता है. So don't worry.
Amazing. So that is for all of us who are adults, sir. For the younger generation, जो सुनने वाले हैं या आज लाइव सुनेंगे, any piece of advice, or to add something more to it, sir, आपको क्या लगता है, how was the bonding between the senior citizens and the current generation, and how can both these generations work towards increasing the bonding? Because I see that you in your four walls of the house itself there are 3 generations, right? Or I would say 4 generations if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So, and it's so beautifully you are managing, so you'll be the right person to advise us or probably suggest us that how do we create a bonding between these 2 generations, the ones who are senior citizen, the ones who are in 30s and 40s.
Right. So first thing, ये जो younger generation है उसको हम generalize नहीं कर सकते, उसमें भी 2 division है. One division where मतलब जो philosophy है, खाओ पियो मस्त रहो, अपना सोचो, money minded, brand minded and so on. And the other section is where there is thought process, meaningfulness है, कुछ life का purpose के बारे में हम सोच सकते हैं. तो पहले तो वही 2 डिवाइड है. कमिंग टू कनेक्ट विद द सीनियर्स एंड दिस जनरेशन, गैप्स तो हैं, हर जनरेशन में होता है, इस जनरेशन में भी गैप्स तो है, लेकिन ये गैप को फिलअप करने के लिए वन थिंग दैट कैन बी डन इज both sides make effort to understand each other.
Yes.
Empathy is very important, and if I missed out in my entire discussion, one thing that is very, very important and very much helpful to me in my life is empathy. I have developed a habit to put myself into other person's shoes, and that has done amazing results I got out of that. So I feel that elders should put themselves into the junior's position. If I would have been at that position, how would I feel? What would I like? And the same youngsters can do for them. तो उससे ऑटोमेटिकली ये हमारा गैप है, ये काफी हद तक सही हो जाएगा. Second thing about the style of living. I have my style of living. If there is youngsters, let's say if again we talk of Warsaw, आप रात को 12-1 बजे वर्सोवा जाओ, वहाँ के कॉफी शॉप में जाके देखो, तो वहाँ का लाइफ इज लाइक टू अ डिफरेंट वर्ल्ड. आपको पता नहीं चले, लगेगा नहीं कि आप इंडिया में हो या अब्रॉड कहीं हो. So they have very different kind of life. Now, just because I'm coming from a particular age group, can I say, hey, this is ridiculous? They're spoiling their life. They're creating so much of noise, and they're not right. They're going in the wrong direction. Sorry, no. They have their life, they have their way of thinking. So from their point of view, they are always right. Does that mean I am wrong? No. From my point of view, I am also right. So वो अपनी जगह सही है, मैं अपनी जगह सही हूँ, सबको अपनी जगह पे रहने दो. लेकिन one thing that bothers me, and that is one area, Riddhi, where you are doing a lot of work, and I'm happy that you are doing so much for this particular section, जहाँ की ये जो generation है, वो lonely feel करती है, जहाँ उनके पास शेयरिंग करने के लिए पेरेंट्स हैं लेकिन फिर भी नहीं है, जहाँ वो अपने मन की बात बोलते नहीं है, जहाँ बहुत सारा फ्रस्ट्रेशन एक्यूमुलेट होता है, एंड देन दे कमिट थिंग्स लाइक सुसाइड, और बिहेवियर में बहुत सारे कॉम्प्लिकेशन आते हैं,
Even
डिप्रेशन हो गया है।
even clinging on to substances.
यस, और बहुत सरफेस लेवल की वो जिंदगी जीते हैं। आई थिंक दैट इज वेयर हेल्प इज रिक्वायर्ड. I don't know how much help a common person can do there, but definitely professionals like you can do and you are doing. That's wonderful. Common person भी मुझे लगता है थोड़ा बहुत कुछ कर सकते हैं. At least be available to them, talk to them, understand them. थोड़ा कुछ हम लोग कर सकते हैं, बेटर कर सकते हैं जो अभी हम कर रहे हैं. So at least वो करें. तो ये जो लोग हैं उनको मैं गलत इतना नहीं समझता हूँ, लेकिन मैं उन्हें बहुत अनफॉर्चुनेट समझता हूँ कि उनकी दिशा शायद भटक गई है. शायद वो ड्रग्स के रास्ते, स्मोकिंग के रास्ते, फैशन के रास्ते में वहां जो जा रहे हैं. खाली गलत बोलने से कुछ नहीं होगा. इफ वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड दैट व्हाई एंड हाउ कैन वी रिजॉल्व, हाउ कैन वी सपोर्ट देम विदाउट टेलिंग देम वो ज्ञान देके कि ये गलत है ये सही है, वो नहीं होगा. अंडरस्टैंड एंड मोल्ड देम, ब्रिंग दैट चेंज. दैट इज व्हाट I think many of us can do.
Lovely. So it means that both the generations have to understand. It's not a responsibility of one generation. So
Yes.
beautifully said, sir. And friends, I'm sure you have lot of takeaways from this sharings by sir. He inspires me, and I'm sure by end of this talk, you would talk my language as well. So he's somebody who talks sense, who talks what life is all about, and he talks about the essence of life. And one biggest takeaway for me today is enjoy life. Whatever is the scenario, make the maximum of it and enjoy life, because life you get just once. Why not make the maximum of it and create memories? Thank you so much, Arun sir. Dil se thank you for sparing some time and coming on Gup Shup or Kuch Seekh. It was a privilege and an honor for me to have you. And once again, thank you. And friends, if you want to reach out to sir, please put your comments in the comment section. If you have any queries for sir, please do mention. And I'm going to mention his social media handles in the comment section. Do connect with him. Do follow his work. And do be a part of his trainings as well. You will not regret for sure. I guarantee you. Thank you so much, sir.
Most welcome, and as I said, enjoy life. This session I enjoyed a lot, so thank you very much for this edition.
Thank you so much, sir.